Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Sunday, and welcome back to our series on the Havamal, where we examined each verse one at a time. This week we're going to be looking at verse 13, and as always we will begin by looking at three different translations. So the first reads, "Over beer the bird of forgetfulness broods, and steals the minds of men. But the heron's feathers fettered I lay, and in Gunlith's house was held." That's Bellow's translation. Next one. "A bird of unmindfulness flutters o'er ale feasts, willing away men's wits. But the feathers of that fowl I was fettered once, and the garse of Gunlos below." That's by Olive Bray. And now our last one. "I forget" is the name men give the heron who hovers over the feast. Fettered I was in his feathers that night when a guest in Gunlod's court. And that's by anime.net. So in case you're a little confused about who Gunloth or Gunlos or Gunlod is, this is a lady, well, a giantess really, who was the daughter of Sundengur, who was also a giant. Her father tasked her with guarding the mead of inspiration, and she did this until Odin paid her a little visit. So according to the Prose Edda, Gunlod traded Odin 3 nights for sex for 3 sips of the mead, and then Odin tricked her and he stole all of the mead and carried it off to Asgard. But if you read the Poetic Edda, Gunlod consciously assisted Odin. They had their time together, then they went their way, and they both thought well of each other in a sense. Both parties understood what they were getting out of the exchange. But in either case, Odin did take the meat back to Asgard, and then he made considerable use of it. Now, back to the verse itself. It seems to be describing the feeling of being drunk, and the past few verses have had a lot to say about excessive drinking, and I don't want to keep on repeating the same points. But I would like to observe that the verse doesn't seem to be glorifying the sensation, that kind of floaty feeling in which you can't think clearly and you don't feel all that tethered to your own body. Now, if you're in need of a little bit of a giggle, read Jackson Crawford's Cowboy Havamal. It reads very much like a grandfather of yesteryear who lives out west and runs a cattle ranch, and he's just kind of sharing his thoughts and wisdom to the young folk. The way he phrased part of the verse was like this. "It's as if a bird hovered over your head, drinking more of your wits the more that you drink." And I was reading through the rest of his translation. I mean, it is a hoot to read, so I do recommend it. It has a way of getting the point across. It's very accessible. But as far as what he's saying, I think certainly that much is true. Getting drunk never improved the state of anybody's intelligence. And overindulgence definitely is not being encouraged in the Havamal. And it seems to be re-emphasizing again and again how this will turn you into a fool. This is going to impair your judgment. You're not going to be able to make good decisions. This is going to expose you to ridicule. All of this stuff on and on and on. So it does give, I think, all of us pause for, how are we consuming alcohol? Are we doing it for refreshment because we enjoy the flavor and it's relaxing? Do we have that under control, or do we find ourselves using it to escape? So as always, food for thought. I would love to hear your impressions of this particular verse, and if you've come across any other translations that you thought were particularly good or that made you smile the way that the Cowboy Havamal did me. If so, please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below, or come visit us in Discord. There is a link in the description box. Just click it. It takes you right to us. In the meantime, please like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.